Welcome to day 91.
Don't get me wrong, I know I have to walk in the rain sometimes, but I do take a certain smug satisfaction out of sitting here drinking my coffee in a shelter as the rain falls down. After 9 and we're hitting the trail even though it's raining. It's not raining much. It's mostly dripping off the trees right now, I think. It's going to be doing that all day. We only have 10 miles today. That's why we got a very, very late start. Slept in. Had some time to visit with Country Roads. And we'll probably be seeing her again tonight. Winturri Shelter, 9.9. That's our day today. Uh-oh. Yeah, he hasn't seen it yet. So we're 2 hours into our hike today, and I think we've done about half of our elevation just in the last 2 hours.
About 3.5 miles of the distance. We only have 9.9 for the whole day, so
We're actually making reasonably good progress for a short day.
Yeah, and for the steep inclines we've had. Luckily, even though it's very, very humid, the temperatures are pretty low, and right now there's a nice breeze.
Yeah, we're taking our time too because the trail is wet and the rocks are slippery and the roots are slippery.
This is a privately owned cabin, but apparently hikers are welcome to come here. And I'm going to climb to the top and see the view. Washington.
Oh yeah, straight out that way.
I'd say that tree's got some junk in the trunk.
So Granger, how was your day?
The weather was beautiful. We only had to hike 10 miles to go from one shelter to the other. We didn't have an option except to either walk 10 miles or 21 miles, 22 miles.
Yeah.
So we opted for the 10 miles. And we got a little visit to a cabin with with a nice view.
Yep, it's
So
called
that
the
was
Lookout.
good. Yep. Most of the hills did not bother me today, but the last one was harsh.
Yeah. It was just there in the afternoon. It's like, why put a hill right before it? It just happens.
Yeah.
We're out here hiking.
Yeah.
But it was beautiful weather.
Well, the
Never
funny
got
thing was,
hot.
it didn't start out beautiful. It started out raining, and we just hung out until the rain slacked off, and it was just dripping from the trees. And we're like, well, that's probably as good as we're going to get. And it just got prettier and prettier and prettier.
Yeah.
And there was a nice breeze. So we set out a little after 9, and it was perfect timing. We got in here before like 3:30.
Got everything set up.
Yeah.
You know, got all the water drawn, got the bear bag lines thrown, all the chores done.
We had a reality check this afternoon, and friends are asking us when we think we're going to get to Maine, and so I sat down and I tried to guess, you know, how long does it take to get through the Whites, and how many miles a day can we walk between this place and that place, and it looks like it's going to take longer than we thought.
It's about 10 days longer than we thought.
Yeah. So we're a little bit worried now, but you know, maybe we'll not take a 0 here or there that we had planned on taking. We might just narrow and try to keep walking. But I think the terrain is going to dictate our pace more than anything else.
Yep. And there are about a dozen 4,000 footers between here and the 100-mile wilderness. So we have a lot of climbing to do.
A lot of climbing. The other thing is, when we get to town next, we're going to give ourselves another extra hard shakedown and try to get rid of some more weight in our packs.
Yeah.
We just don't have that much to get rid of, but you know, it'll be better for us in the long run if we can lighten our load a little bit.
We got a handful of luxury items that we can ditch, but there's not a lot of extra stuff in there.
Not a lot.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Maybe if I could lose 5 pounds out of my pack, I'd be happy.
Yeah. Yeah, the other thing is the water sources. Like today, the water sources, there was only one that was on Gut Hook, and it was 5 miles in, so it was halfway through the day. So we had to carry a pretty big load of water up those first couple of hills.
Yeah.
And water is heavy. You know, that adds pounds instantly. When we get to the 100-mile wilderness, we'll need to carry
7 days of food minimum.
Yeah, 6 or 7 days of food.
Yeah.
And I think we'll have to push ourselves to do extra miles just to keep the food bag as light as possible.
Right. But we are comfortably settled in at Winturri shelter.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's a 12 something.
And I hope I see some chipmunks tomorrow.
Yeah.
They were all hiding from me
We
today.
haven't seen chipmunks in a couple of days.
Well, we did at the shelter
saw them
last
at the
night.
shelter,
Yeah.
but-
And I'm watching around here to see if maybe there's some at this shelter. But this shelter is actually a quarter-mile off the trail. So you kind of have to be committed to want to come here.
Yeah.
It adds an extra half mile, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but on a long day, that is a lot.
Every step counts. Every step counts. We had a wonderful dinner tonight. It was, she's laughing because she created it.
This was the dinner we discussed in yesterday's episode. It was kind of an experiment.
Yeah.
Just going through the grocery store, like, yeah, I can mix this with that and the other. And
It was, it was a chemistry experiment.
it was
It
potato
was tasty.
corn chowder. It was bacon, potato, corn chowder.
Yeah, it was tasty. And there was a lot of it.
There was a lot of it. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.